All right. I didn't want to go on too long in the other video for 2.3, but there is some problems on your assignment that are difficult because they look like this. So this is an example problem, and it has the multiplying fractions in it, and it also has adding fractions. So I just wanted to go over a more complex problem with you so that you weren't afraid to try to start it when you went onto Think Central to do your assignment. Okay, so to attack this problem, we need to use order of operations. So because we always need to use order of operations when we have more than one operation to do within a problem. So here we have some parentheses. So PEMDAS tells us we do what's inside the parentheses first. And I see adding fractions with two different denominators. And what we know about adding fractions is that we must have the same denominator to add those. So on the first row underneath this, I want you to copy everything down the same except for what's inside the parentheses. Notice that I keep everything in order, just like we did with order of operations. Next, I look for a common denominator between these two. If I count by fives, I can reach 10, right? So we could have 10 as our common denominator. This one would just stay the same because it's already tenths, so you just keep it 2/10. This one, 5 times 2 is 10, so 4 times 2 is 8, because whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. All right, now we're going to go ahead and add those two fractions. So 8 plus 2 is 10. And when you add fractions, remember your denominator just stays the same. And what do you notice about 10 over 10? The same numerator, same as the denominator. And when a numerator is the same as the denominator, it means you have the entire thing. So you have one whole. So here we could change this one into 6 times 1 times 2 times 3, or 2 over 3. So 6 times 1 times 2 over 3. Now, in order, we do multiplying or dividing from left to right. So 6 times 1 is 6. We're left with 6 times 2/3. But we have a whole number and a fraction. And remember, I've taught you that you have to take your whole number and put it over 1 and turn it into a fraction. Next, we're going to look here, I'm going to use another pen, at our diagonals to see if we can simplify. And I do see that 3 and 6, those both can be divided by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Now I have 2 times 2 as my numerators is 4. 1 times 1 is my denominators. So 1 and 4 over 1 is the same as that's saying you have pies and they're all cut only into one piece. So if you have 4 pieces of that, it's 4 wholes. Remember, 4 over 1 is the same as 4. So that is just an example problem for you. Hopefully you won't struggle too much with the order of operations, but if you do, just catch up with me and I'll help you out.